And good morning, everybody. A lot of moving parts here, but we are live here in Zoom and on Facebook. My name is Rob Gearing. I am the admin and owner of the TL2i Cash Mailer. You're looking at my admin panel right now, but that's okay. I mean, there's no secrets here for any of us. But I am going to be covering email today. Successful 5 tips to email marketing greatness at the TL2i Cash Mailer, other viral mailers, and you can take some of these tips into your general emails to your lists and whatnot. So that's really the crux of it. And again, this is Rob Gearing, the admin and owner of the TL2i Cash Mailer, leader of Team Massive Success. And I'm honored and just tickled to death to be here today to present this material. I've got a great live group here who we'll do Q&A with at the end. So without further ado, let me go ahead and kind of move into my account here, if you will. And we're going to do it this way. All right, here we go. And log in. And I'm probably going to need to type that password. And welcome to Michael Kameyer. Oh, and we got an offer. That's awesome. So we're not going to update a password. We got an offer here. So this is part of when you are a high-level member of the TL2i Cash Mailer, JV or higher. So ask me how to get to JV or higher. We may cover that a little bit towards the end of the meeting, but JV or higher get offers like this. Some get 10,000 credits a week. Some get 10,000 credits a day, right? And with a membership that's approaching 10,000 subscribed, we have tens of thousands of members, but not everybody subscribed to the Cash Mail inbox, but it's approaching 10,000. You can almost hit the entire membership every day. Just if you log in and grab your credits, which you need to reach the membership with your offer, and just repeat and rinse day after day after day. You can use credits as bargaining chips. You can build a team and kind of pass them off as incentives and prizes to your folks. There's just a lot of great things. And don't do this. Don't click on I am ready to pass on this. It costs nothing. It's 0, 0, 0. So just play the game. It says pay with commissions probably. It's 0, 0, 0. Take the deal, but get to JV level, because JV is the level that you want to be at or higher here at the TL2i Cash Mailer. So I'm going to pass that. But now we move into my back office here. Okay. So this is the back office of the TL2i Cash Mailer. I'm at the highest level, of course, the MSF mod level. So we mentioned JV. We also have the TL2L, which gets you into our paid traffic co-op, away from the free viral mailer traffic into top tier T1 traffic. And an MSF mod is a lifetime upgrade where you never pay me again, other than your paid traffic packages, which we give you a stellar deal on. We want you to generate a lot of prospects, leads, and free signups that you can then build into upgrades, paid members, and make money online. It's just really that simple. We also teach follow-up. We also have private mentoring, all that stuff. So it's not a one-trick pony. It's not I join a site, I have a template, I send my email, and I wait for results. No, it's so much more than that. So in my next 20, 25, or 30 years where I'm going to be online, maybe longer, if I live, God willing, if I live longer, but, I'm hoping to make it into my 80s, right? That's my family lineage tells me that. But for the next whatever years I have left on this earth, I want to help people do it right. Do it right, right? So we cover a lot of topics here in our weekly webinar, but we're going to talk about actually sending the mail. And I don't recommend that you send mail until you've gone through the 7 steps of success, which you'll need to be upgraded at least some level, either our free breakthrough upgrade that we give out to those that partner with us and come to our WOW group, or the traditional graduate upgrade that people pay into, or the JV, which is another kind of gifted upgrade for our people that are really working the system and plugged into us. And then, of course, the other two, the TL2L or the MSF mod. You got to be any of those upgraded levels to be able to do what I'm going to do here, or I could do is click on step 2 to go to step 2. Step 1 is your members homepage. It gives you a video at most levels. It tells you what your instructions are. It points you to the profile and the downline builder. It gets you started. And when you've graduated the course, you should walk away with an appreciation of list building, lead capture, autoresponders, front end, back end marketing. So like go through the course if you haven't done it. And I know if you are not a member, you're going to get back to the person who invited you, which I know we have a special guest, Mike Shapiro, here today. He's going to get back to Kurt Tashi and get a link and get this moving. He's working on a project with me currently that's super exciting. And I just love how all the parts are coming together, right? All the pieces of our marketing system are coming together. We're getting stronger as we bring on more leaders throughout the world that understand that there is more than just, I just joined X Acme company. They gave me a template. I am going to put it somewhere. Oh my God, I'm disappointed. Nobody did anything. I made no money. I quit. There is no I quit. If you are here today, you cannot quit now. You are locked in for life with me. No, I'm kidding. I really want you to have the mindset of, and if you look at my Facebook over at Rob.Gearing, I just posted a great graphic that says, it kind of puts together the idea of don't quit, no quitting. So you can like and share that for sure. A lot of people really have appreciated that so far today. But the key is just, okay, it didn't work, why not? And then the new marketer who did those incorrect activities is going to come back to guys like me, and I'm going to say, this is the next thing you need to do. And then the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. It's a building blocks to making money online. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an ad. There's a hot opportunity that I've been working with my Massive Success team on. It's part of our back end income opportunities at the TL2 iCash mailer called Got Backup, or We Got Backup. If you came from We Got Friends, you may have heard of it. It's been fire and it's only continuing. So let me grab a promo that I have over at Leads Leap, and that's our autoresponder of choice. So you wanted 5 email tips today. All right, I told you I was going to give you 5 email tips. The first one is going to come soon. So I'm just going to pull some content here. Now, this is an email that I send to my Leads Leap subscribers, okay? Because I'm out there building, always using my autoresponder, building my list. So I'm going to copy this email. So tip 1 is have some good content, right? Find some good content. It's not meaning that you're going to just use that verbatim, but I want you to have good content that you can get from your upline. If you log into programs like the Cash Mailer, we have our affiliate toolbox tools with email templates. So that is tip 1. Okay. Now, operationally at the Cash Mailer, yes, I'm a teaching and a training venue, but did you know I also have an advertising arm? A lot of people, it's chicken, egg, chicken. Some people come here for the advertising and leave as better marketers. Some come here to learn to become better marketers and walk away with some advertising. I cater to all facets. I thought about breaking the opportunity into 2 parts. I could someday, but then again, I talk myself out of it when I do the training. Like, it's all connected. It's all here. Anyway, so you want to send a mail. Well, first off, go to your profile. Make sure that you have checked off subscribe to mailings. We don't allow unsubscribed members to send mail. That's not fair. That would be, you're not a recipient, you're only a sender. That doesn't fly here, so you must be subscribed. Now, subscriptions give you very little to your email, probably your Gmail, because we don't want to get blocked and blacklisted by Gmail. You'll get an occasional promo, kind of like a spotlight ad. You'll get some stuff from me every now and again that's super important. Like, I've done webinar announcements. I didn't do one this morning, but you'll get stuff like that, but very little. So don't worry about that. And if it goes into the junk or whatever folder, make sure you whitelist us always, 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 always. So once you are subscribed, you're going to go and, well, you can we'll check out the Cash Mail inbox real quick. This is where your message ultimately will go. And we pay you for checking this advertising out. So we are paid. We compensate for you looking at the advertisements and supporting our advertisers. So you go, okay, and you can get ideas. You can get some horrific emails that are terrible, or you can find some good ones here. This is tip number 2. Another source for content could be right under your nose at the TL2 iCash mailer in the Cash Mail inbox. Yeah, I figured these 5 tips will be pretty easy to come up with. I told Chris, I said, I'm going to wing the tips because I know they're going to be golden nuggets as I walk through, right? I don't like a lot of preparation. I'm more like, I like to do it real time. Anyway, let's go into the send a mailing. This is what we're going to do today, is send a mailing. So I put up this big giant thing on my clipboard. Okay. So I'm going to paste the whole thing in to the message body. But I need to get to tip 3, which is a really good subject line. So what subject line am I using over at the Leads Leap? So I'm calling it the Got Backup Sale Continues, exclamation point. So you need a good subject line, something that catches people's attention. You should have the person's name there if you can. I don't know. I think we allow that at the Cash Mailer. So we're going to look at that. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to type that in. Got Backup Sale Continues. Is that catchy enough? Not really. How about crazy? Got back sale. Caps. How about integrating the first name, which we said was tip 3. If we're keeping track at home. I know Chris is taking notes here, making sure I get my 5 tips in. So this will say, Joe, Ed, Chris, Mike, first name, comma, good punctuation. Crazy got backup sale continues. Should you use an exclamation point? There's controversy in the industry. I like it. I don't know if that's going to throw you into a spam folder. So an eye-catching subject line. But remember, we're going to a cash mail inbox with a hungry bunch of people who head here every day to grab their money and their content and their, what's out there in the marketplace. So we have solved one of the big problems out there is you're not going to really have trouble with spam filters and whatnot. So tip 3, we have a great subject line. Tip 4, short. This is too much. This is good for a list, a casual reader holding a cup of coffee. We got people, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have people here who are they're on a timer for 5 seconds, right? So, they're moving fast through a list. Quick, and the link is the key. We'll get the link we'll get into link next. But short. So tip 4, short and to the point. Or is that tip 3? It's tip 4. Okay. So I'm going to chop out a lot of stuff here. So again, I can use my macros. I've got first name, last name, and credit link. Okay. So I lead off this email. As one of my subscribers, my goal is to give you the best deals possible. Check this one out. You can join. Now, instead of saying got backup, right, I can replace that with credit link. Okay. Now, why is that important in a viral mailer? Because we want people to click. It's all about getting clicks, right? And so the more opportunities we give them to do that, the better it shall be. We'll put first name again. I don't think it hurts to personalize again. So I'm going to grab that first name macro, as we call it. Exclamation point. Hi, Joe, Ed, Chris. As one of my subscribers, my goal is to give you the best deals possible. Check this one out. You can join, and there's credit link, one of the hottest opportunities online today for only $9.97. That is true. They're waiving the $40 affiliate fee through tomorrow. Okay. So you can join through our downline builder, actually. I'm just talking to the group now. So it's in our downline builder. If you join Team Massive Success, you'll come and get a free JV upgrade, or any of our opportunities in the income section can qualify you to get at least a JV level upgrade with us. Or you can, or there's other ways too. You can take a graduate upgrade, come to our WOW group, and we will upgrade that also to a JV. So just need some money on the table, team. You got to feed the family here and all that. And we give more value back than we ever take in, I believe, in my honest, humble opinion. Okay. So those are the key points there. You can join here. And then we can also, or actually we already gave the join link, so we're not going to put that again there. So we've basically said what we want to say, but I'm going to get rid of a lot of fat here. Like follow these instructions once you're in. I'm proud to tell you that I personally referred hundreds of people. I was number 2 on the sales leaderboard in my first week. Okay, great. I can take that all out. Okay. But I do want to keep in here are the reasons why you'll want to move forward. Let me take this off because we want them to know it's backup software. Generous commissions. It's a matrix that goes, it's a 2 by whatever. It goes to infinity actually on a binary system. So that is nice. So it's breakaway. I mean, it's a silly, easy. I mean, silly and kind of silly. It's so popular with people. It's a very simple, low cost, I should say. Gotta watch my words here. It's a low cost, high end, great product, and it attracts attention. So we want people to understand the nuts and bolts of it. And I'm going to move this stuff out here. So I give some bullet points about it offers the promotional tools and all of that. We are definitely spilling over. So I'm just looking what else to take out. Be part of the biggest and most successful team in We Got Backup, Team Massive Success. No, I think that's fine. We got the key bullet points. I'm going to really take everything else out except my signature line. And I'm going to just say one more time, join here to enter Team Massive Success, or join below, because that's, it all depends on your tools that you're using. Join below to enter Team Massive Success at GB. Okay. And then I'm going to period that. And I'm going to use my macro again, my credit link. Okay, now I need a URL. So that's clearly my Got Backup tour page. I could also use I could use a lead capture page too. I recommend using lead capture pages, honestly. But for just our exercise today, this was quick and handy for me. This takes them to become a pre-enrollee. So it kind of is a lead capture page, but I want to be honest with you. I'm a fan of building my own list first before building anybody else's. So let me preface that. So back to TL2I. So let's put in our site URL. Okay. Now the number of credits. So I have a huge downline. So it says I can mail to 5507, but I want to send them my downline referrals as well. So I'm going to type in the 5507. And I'm going to add my downline referrals. I've got about 3,000 or 4,000, hence the 10,000. You would see probably close to 10,000 as well, straight up, right? But that includes your downline. So it's basically your non-downline plus your downline equals the total mailing. It doesn't tell you your downline number here. So, but I want it to go to everybody. But if I only wanted to send this to my downline, I would change the credits to 0 because we don't charge you for downline mailings, except I think if you're a free member. Okay. But let me put in the 5507 again. All right. Now I kind of, and you can actually time this mailing of when you want it to go out. So I'm going to, but notice the shortening. So, tip 4, keep it short, keep it simple. Okay. I'm going to copy it just in case something goes haywire. I've got the new version on my clipboard. Okay. So tip 5, have a signature line where people can contact you. Right. And we'll give you maybe a 6 and a 7 tip as well. So we've definitely, in case I miscounted, I know I've given 5. All right. So we're ready to send now. Okay. So we got our subject line, strong, short body, signature. Yeah, I always look it over. And now we're going to hit send. It's going to go through the checker, the site approval checker. It's going to look at it. It passed all the tests. So confirm my site. Now it's going to go into the queue. Okay, so the queue basically is right over here. Well, queue you don't see. Ultimately, it will move then. It'll pop into cash mail inbox. And it would be the newest one. So it would fall right at the top there. So look for that. But if I'm not your sponsor, don't join under me. You can do the downline builder, right? Do the downline builder for anybody listening to this. I'm always going to say that. So I'm always walking the fine line, the tightrope, if you will, onto the the tightrope of downline integrity. But I'm always going to err on the side of caution and making sure people are doing it right. and hitting their downline builders where applicable. Okay. So I don't know how long this is going to take to get into the cash mail inbox, but we may check back. So we still have a few more minutes. I want to give you your money's worth today. So just some general thoughts on email. So this is your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tips and whatnot. I'm just going to free associate some thoughts here. The big things are consistency. The big things are building your list. So you can use a list to build a list. Okay. Going out to all the mailers. Okay. So really, I should now carry forward going out to, all the other mailers. And a big tip for you today is Referral Frenzy, which is in the resource section of the Downline Builder. I know that many of you use it because you're going to learn what are the recommended ones. You're going to find that out through my training and through my Downline Builder. You're going to add some other ones that you know of or you've done research on. And look at Referral Frenzy because it allows you to send automatically from one point. So once I'm set up, like that's how we talked last week about our rotator, for our JVs and above who set up a TL2I funnel that brings people into TL2I and then into the back end opportunities. We talked about the rotator that we use. And that rotator I send out, and it's got a good many people now in it because we have leaders who are getting set up into the cash mailer, into the TL2I setup, I should say, the TL2I funnel. So I send that out to my personal traffic, right? To my personal list. It's my personal, mailers that I use. So I'm using my free traffic, but I'm using Referral Frenzy. So I click a button. Now SOTAM isn't in there. SOTAM's one of the original ones, like the TL2I, one of the first viral mailers to come online. So I have to do that one manually. Okay. I'm set up on AdAchiever. There's a nice automatic plan that Darren has over there. So that one just happens automatically. We are, by the way, looking at, for our MSF mod top level lifetime members, an auto mailer as well. I'm going to be contacting the programmer about how, what that entails to get that set up for our prime members, I guess we would call them, lifetime MSF mod. And then I go to Referral Frenzy. And I click on, I just pick my consistent ad that I use that advertises the leaders rotator. And I choose the ones that, that I'm going to send out, which is usually about 13 to 15 that I can do. Some not daily, some I have to wait a couple of days, but it tells me which are ready to go. And I just put in my check marks, pick my ad. The link's already embedded. It's my rotator, again, for the TL2I funnel leaders, and hit send, and there you go. And I know that others, actually, just to plug that team rotator a little bit, we got Chris sending ads, we've got Linda Hoogney sending ads, we have other people, Claire sending ads. So it's becoming now a group of people who are in the rotators, supporting the rotators. That's becoming a free traffic monster, actually, that'll bring you leads and people into your TL2I downline builder, and then through the training into the back end opportunity. So, but Referral Frenzy is another tip to use in the viral mailers. Now, when you're mailing to your list, that tip would be go a little bit more detail. Don't be so ad centric, right? I mean, I don't think people in the viral mailers want ads. People on your list want maybe, and you hear different percentages. I hate to give percentages, but you should mix in your promos, your selling content with personal content. It's okay to send a mailing out to your list that just talks about the trip you took to the amusement park. And maybe there isn't a single reference to doing anything, right? Other than, hey, this is what I did. Maybe reply back and let me know what you did over the weekend. Okay. And then maybe we have an ad. So there's a know, like, and trust, right? Because if it's just ad, you could burn out your list. But there's different philosophies. Some will tell you 80% personal, 20% business. Some will say 50-50. Some will say the opposite, 80 sales and business, 20 personal, 60-40, 40-60. I mean, so I'm not going to, no, that's one thing I'm not going to do. I want you to feel, look at your kind of how you feel about it, kind of look inward on that decision. So that's my final tip for today, is it's not all about, when it gets to your personal list, it's just not all about business and making connections with people in general. Like me and Mike were talking about this. I know Mike through a pre-launch right now that we're working on, which you'll be finding more about. The inner circle knows, the outer circle will find out. To get on the inner circle, just reach out and contact me. I'm everywhere. But anyway, the key is relationships, because I saw Mike in my chat on Facebook. And I knew when he came here, I knew that's Mike. But then I see Mike's picture, and Mike talks to me. And now Mike's a different guy to me now. And he came to the webinar. So Mike's a different guy. And I learned things about Mike that I didn't know in 5 minutes, right? So how can this not be a good thing in our business? Not to make this a follow-up webinar, but it's the next logical thing, because the things that I teach you are going to give you mountains of leads, right? Leads and signups. But are you going to make money from that? Not necessarily. That's where I'm honest with you. There is a whole other than course of action that has to be taken. And why are we afraid of this course of action? So maybe that's next week. Follow up, and why are we afraid of that course of action? Make a note of that, Chris, my partner in crime and note taker and general keeps me honest guy. But yes, because you hit a crescendo and then it's like, that's next week, right? That's part 2. Follow up. I'd have to look. I think we've done follow up, but it was maybe a month or so ago. So I think in the rotation, it makes sense, right? Because things change too. So follow up next week will be different than follow up was a month ago for me, because I'm always tweaking my system. Okay. So questions we're going to take to the live group. But if for those that were watching the live stream, I think that'll continue. I'm pretty sure. But we're going to be stopping the recording here. So I thank everybody for watching the recording. We're really trying to ramp up our YouTube. So if you're coming to the YouTube channel new, congratulations. Thank you. Support us. Share it, like it, comment. We're really thirsting for exposure. We need viewed minutes on YouTube. And that's another thing me and Chris are partnering on, which you'll be maybe learning more about. The success of Rob on YouTube could lead to your success on YouTube. More to follow. Thank you very much. Have an awesome rest of your day. To your massive success.